All right, let's talk about something we've all gone through. You get a brand new phone, and that battery life is just magical. It lasts forever. But fast forward a year, maybe two, and it's a whole different story, right? Well, today, we're going to solve that mystery. We are going deep inside your phone to figure out exactly why its battery just can't hold a charge like it used to. I mean, it's the ultimate frustrating question, isn't it? Usually pops into your head right as you see that dreaded low battery warning again. Why does this amazing piece of tech, which was once so dependable, now feel like it's constantly on life support? I'm here to tell you it is not just in your head. There is a real scientific reason this is happening.
Remember that day one feeling, the honeymoon phase? You could stream, text, and scroll all day and still have juice left over when you went to bed. But by day 365, yeah, not so much. Now, you're lucky if you make it to your commute home without hitting that scary red zone. This slow, sad decline is something we all experience, and it's all about what's going on inside.
So to really get to the bottom of this, we need to geek out a little bit and look at the actual science. It's not some random glitch, it's chemistry. And this chemistry holds the secret to your phone's shrinking battery life.
Okay, so at the very heart of your phone is a lithium-ion battery. Now, this technology is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's why our phones can be so thin and powerful. But just like anything else, it has one key trait. It gets old.
So how do we even measure this aging process? Well, it all comes down to a little something called the charge cycle. Now, one cycle is when you use up 100% of your battery's power. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be all in one go. For example, if you use 75% of your battery today, charge it up, and then use 25% tomorrow, boom, that's one full charge cycle.
And here is the absolute key to this whole thing. Every single time your battery completes one of those cycles, it causes these tiny, microscopic, and, this is the important part, permanent chemical reactions inside. Think of it like a tiny bit of wear and tear that happens every time you charge up. It's a totally natural part of how these things work.
So over time, as you rack up hundreds of these charge cycles, all those little chemical reactions start to add up. And what do? They literally shrink the battery's total capacity. The simplest way to think about it is that your battery's fuel tank gets smaller over time. It just can't hold as much energy as it could on day one.
Now, this whole process is gradual, but is there a point where you really start to feel it? Oh, you bet there is. Let's call it the 500 cycle wall. It's that point where most of us look at our phone and think, wait a minute. This thing used to last way longer.
So what happens at this wall? Well, after about 500 full charge cycles, which for most of us is about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, your battery's maximum capacity is probably going to drop to around 80% of what it was originally. That missing 20%, that's the reason a full charge just doesn't get you as far anymore.
And this really puts it into perspective. On one side, you've got that brand new battery sitting pretty at 100% capacity, but on the other side, after those 500 cycles, poof, a whole 20% chunk is just gone. That's energy storage that your battery has permanently lost.
And this brings us full circle, right back to our original problem. Your phone's fuel tank is smaller, so it runs out of gas faster. You're forced to charge it more often, which, ironically, adds more charge cycles and speeds up the aging process. It's a vicious cycle that often makes us feel like we need a new phone, even when the one we have works perfectly fine otherwise.
So, okay, it sounds like battery aging is just a fact of life. And it is. But does that mean we're totally helpless? Absolutely not. You might not be able to stop time, but you can definitely slow down the decline. Let's talk about how. Seriously, just a few simple habits can make a huge difference. First, keep your phone cool. Heat is a battery's worst enemy. It's like an accelerant for those chemical reactions, so don't leave it baking in a hot car. Second, try not to let your battery die completely and hit 0%. And third, here's the pro tip. Try to keep the charge level in the sweet spot, somewhere between 20% and 80%. This happy medium puts way less stress on the battery and can seriously extend its useful life.
You see, every time you plug in your phone, you're writing the next chapter in your battery's life story. But the cool thing is, you're not just a bystander, you're the author. With just a few small changes, you can rewrite the ending and give it a much longer, healthier life. The power is literally in your hands. So how are you going to change the story?